Hello, I'm Tracy Grimshaw. Welcome to A Current Affair. We begin with Australia's Muslims accused of taking taxpayers for an expensive ride. Tonight, Pauline Hanson's new attack on members of the Muslim communities she says are rorting the nation's welfare system. And not surprisingly, the newly elected senator's comments have sparked widespread outrage.
OK, I'm going to be controversial here, all right?
No.
Well, yes.
Newly minted Senator Pauline Hanson doesn't mince her words.
You've got people out there of Muslim background, they've actually got having 4 wives, they're having numerous children, they're getting into House Commission houses, we're actually paying that. And that is not right.
The amount of lying and cheating.
And she's not the only one with concerns.
We're lying to the welfare system. We're lying to Centrelink.
Look, her comments were ill-informed and divisive.
I think Pauline Hanson, right down to her hair colour, is Australia's Donald Trump.
Tonight, Pauline's new target, polygamous Muslims rorting our welfare system.
Having 4 wives, they're having numerous children.
Pauline dropped the bombshell during a Sky News debate before the start of federal parliament, where the senators-elect were discussing their respective agendas.
Polygamy is not legal in this country.
No, but it's happening, Nick. It's happening.
But to single out one community.
I'm sorry, it's happening, Nick.
Well, but
that is
you've
the
singled
religion.
out. You've singled out.
Don't bury your head in the sand.
No, not burying my head in the sand. But you can't single out one religion and pick on them.
Pauline Hanson's political colleagues were dumbfounded by her statements. But is there any real statistical data to support her claims of Muslim polygamy and welfare fraud?
I have grown up amongst Muslims all my life, and I can say that I do not know a single Muslim with more than one wife.
I believe we are in danger of being swamped by Asians.
We know in the past she's targeted Asians. She's made comments about Indigenous people. Now the new bogeyman are the Muslims.
Bilal Rouf is a barrister and an advocate for the Muslim community. He says Hanson's comments are out of touch and simply not true.
I would be very surprised if she had had regard to any statistics or any information to back that up. I expect that these are statements which she landed on, as she did in the past in respect of Asians and Indigenous people, to get the attention and fan the flames of division and ignorance so people become concerned and that she can get some attention.
The only Muslims in Australia I know who are on welfare are with very good reason on disability. Every Muslim friend I have works very hard, and part of that is actually they're from countries like Pakistan, like Iran, like Iraq. And in these cultures, it's actually very, very shameful not to go out, get a good job, work hard, support your family.
Sarah is a recent convert to Islam. She says statements like Hanson's are stemmed purely from hate and that they inflame unnecessary racist views within some parts of the community.
She has created a culture of fear in the society that I grew up in, where it's now not safe for me to walk down the street with my child in suburbs that are predominantly white and not multicultural. I have to take off my hijab when I take my daughter to some areas of Sydney and to neighbouring towns, and that's not a position any woman should ever be placed in.
But it's not just Pauline's One Nation Party who have raised the issue of the Muslim community's relationship with the Australian welfare system.
How many of us, my brothers and sisters, we're lying to the welfare system? We're lying to Centrelink.
Mohammed Hoblos is a preacher within the Muslim community. He regularly uploads lectures like this onto social media to reach the masses.
Sisters are walking into Centrelink with her hijab, kids in the pram, kid on her hand, and she's pregnant and she's filling out paperwork, signing it, claiming that she's in a de facto relationship.
It does at first seem surprising that a Muslim leader has concerns over his community taking advantage of the system.
No one cares anymore. Lying. You're signing paperwork, claiming that you're doing something, and you're not, and you're earning money. And what you're not realising, my brothers, just because everyone around you does it, that doesn't make it okay.
But our community advocates say these videos need to be taken in context.
To give back to the people.
Like most preachers across religious denominations, he is giving a general admonition, not so much based on any statistic or endemic problem within communities, but rather a reality that across every community, across every family, there are the good eggs, there are the bad eggs.
So what does our data tell us? The 2011 census revealed that the unemployment rate among Muslims was 12%, about double the national average at the time and far worse than any other religion. The statistics also show that Muslim migrant groups have high levels of welfare dependency. A report in the same year by the Immigration Department revealed 94% of Afghan refugee households relied on Centrelink payments, and 93% of Iraqi households received Centrelink. But while those statistics do show trends of unemployment and reliance on welfare, there is absolutely no indication that the welfare system has been taken advantage of.
The system is rorted by all sorts of people. When it's rorted, deal with it. I don't see any evidence anywhere that Muslims are worse than anybody else. She's just feeding a prejudice.
3AW host Neil Mitchell says tainting everyone in one religion with the same brush is absolutely illogical.
Pauline Hanson is in Parliament with all her supporters. And I'm sure some Muslims are, and some Christians, and some Jews, and some Hindus, and some atheists. All sorts of people cheat the system, and we have to deal with them all in the same way.
As for polygamy, well, it's illegal in Australia, and it carries a maximum penalty of 5 years imprisonment.
Just fighting for what they believe in.
We're about to embark on 6 years of Pauline Hanson in the Australian Senate. And if this latest grenade is anything to go by, this won't be the last time the issues of religion and welfare come up for debate.
We have to get on, we have to coexist. How do we do it? Pauline Hanson doesn't help that.
And I place that in the confidence that I have in our society and people generally to process these things in a far more intelligent and considered manner.
Pauline really needs to sit down with someone, perhaps me. I would love to talk to her about this and actually get some facts for once.
The Department of Human Services sent us a statement and you can read it on our website.